Well, what is our project today? You're probably wondering why I'm sitting down on the floor in the living room. Well, this is why. I'm going to replace this plug right here. The reason why I'm going to replace this is because it's only a 2-prong plug. Looks just like this one here. See, most plugs, there's a hole down here, and that's for the ground. I'm going to replace it with a plug like this. You see there? That's for your ground right there. Now this plug here does not have that. We're trying to upgrade this and provide a ground. Okay? So if your plugs have just 2 prongs like that and you are wondering what's going on with that, how can I ground those properly? You're in luck. Stick around and you'll know how. Now before you go to the store and get all gung-ho and just think you're going to get a plug, you got to check some things out. You want to look around in your house. You want to see what color your cover plates are and what color your plugs are. This is bright white. Now they also have like a almond color, and that's kind of like an off-white. So you always want to check that. And this might be a time where all your old plug cover plates might have some paint on them or something like that. So you got to decide, are you going to use your existing cover plates or are you going to get some new ones? Just make sure you get the right ones for the right plugs, okay? Now see this outlet here, I'm getting the same type with 2 round goodies here, okay? Now at the store, most houses nowadays, the outlet here is rectangular, and then the cover plate is a different type. If you want to upgrade all yours, and if you're doing an entire room, you want to upgrade them to that, you could do that. But just remember that they're not going to match anywhere else in your house. Now, if you got some light switches that are single ones, kind of like this is the old style one. Well, they have rectangular ones on that too. If you put rectangular plugs down here, they're not necessarily going to match the same type of switch. Usually they put a rectangular switch up there too, but you don't necessarily have to do that. Okay, so that's kind of one of the first things you want to do when you go to the store. And what else do you want to do? Now this is what I did. I went to the store and I got some wire. I got some 12-2 and I just got 15 feet of it. Now obviously you can buy this in longer lengths and it's way cheaper, but I just got this as an insurance policy for myself. This is 12-2 and it comes with ground, 15 feet Romex. Okay, here's your cord right there. There's 3 wires in there. There's a black wire, a white wire, and a ground copper wire. Okay, now they also have 14-2, 15 feet Romex. Okay, well, I didn't know exactly which one I was going to use, okay, until I got over here. It's always good to be prepared before you start your project. I also got some little crimp splice cap sleeves. These are called crimp sleeves. I wasn't sure if I was going to need those or not. If I don't need those, I can always take those back, can I? I don't know what's inside this. I don't know what's inside the plug yet. I don't know how the wires are or anything. So I got some wire nuts here. I got yellows, reds, and these actually have some off-white ones in here too. I got 3 different ones. I'm hoping not to use these, okay? But if I need to, I've got them. Now, why the wire? Well, the wire, we're probably going to need to install an extra ground wire and attach to the box. And I'll talk about that as we go. Now, once I looked into the electrical panel, if you have a 15 amp breaker, you can use 14-2 wire. Okay? But if you have a 20 amp breaker, you need to use the 12-2 wire. I got this wire just for the ground. I've got to cut some little pieces of that. And I guess you could buy some separate ground wires at the store. I'm not sure if you can or not. But I got this because I can probably always use this for another job to fish down the wall or something like that, right? It's always good to have some extra things with you. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get on with the project.